We head towards the next session for day one of our FDP. And today, amongst us, we have Mr. Gajendra Deshpande. I am pleased to introduce Mr. Gajendra Deshpande, the founder and MD of Theta Dynamics ISEC Cyber Security Solutions. With over 15 years of experience in the IT and academia, Mr. Deshpande specializes in areas such as cyber security, artificial intelligence, Python, blockchain, and web programming. He holds a postgraduate diploma in cyber law and cyber forensic from National Law School of India University, Bangalore, and an advanced diploma in cyber security and data protection from Nalsar University, Hyderabad. He is also a certified DSCI Rapid Ransomware Responder, GitHub Campus Advisor, and Apple Teacher. Sir has been an active contributor to the tech community, presenting and reviewing papers at prestigious conferences such as SciPy, PyCon, and JupyterCon. He leads the PyData and OWASP Belgavi chapters and has been instrumental in organizing events like BelPy 2021 and the Django Girls Belgavi. Through his work, he aims to inspire and empower the next generation of IT professionals with the latest skills and knowledge. We look forward to learning from his extensive expertise in this field. And we once again welcome Gajendra Deshpande sir for his session on information technology and agriculture. So thank you so much, sir, for being with us. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. You are absolutely audible, and your presentation also is visible, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Ajay sir and Dr. Praveen sir for giving me an opportunity to be part of this uh, event. Okay. So today I'll be speaking on information technology and its role in agriculture. So it's not high tech talk. It's a very simple talk where we are going to deal with the different use cases of technology. It's a basic talk, and maybe we can take up more questions in the Q&A session. And you can also let me know what you would like to know, because I have another talk scheduled, I think, after 3-4 days, and we can try to cover up the things there. Okay. So now, as we know, information technology is transforming all the fields, not only just agriculture. But in today's talk, we are going to speak more towards IT applications in agriculture field. Now, whenever we speak about agriculture, there are two terms. One is precision farming, and second one is smart farming. So, whenever we speak about smart farming, it usually deals with many technologies and many hardware devices, tools, equipments which are interconnected. And we also deal with technologies like IoT and blockchain there. And it's a basically a we're going to use lots of tools and technologies to improve the efficiency of the entire farming process. But when we consider precision farming, here the more focus is to use information technology where we can get more yields, and also the management and market connectivity. So here we use information technology with the only aim to bridge the gap between traditional practices and modern innovations. Now we have to uh, assume one thing here is that, so without IT also businesses run. So usually IT is overhead, but IT provides more convenience. Say for example, we can now book tickets online. Of course, without online platforms also we can do it, but it gives us the convenience. So similarly here, convenience is one aspect, but at the same time it also helps us to optimize the processes. It also helps us to automate the different processes so that we can save time, we can save money, and we can achieve better results. Now there are some examples where we can consider role of IT in agriculture as precision farming with GPS and IoT. So here we can use multiple sensors. Say for example, we can use sensors which can measure the soil quality. We can also use temperature sensors and other sensors which will give us some idea about the climate, and based on the climate or based on the weather we can automate certain processes. And we can also use technology such as GPS and geofencing. So particularly I'll talk about geofencing. You need not have physical fencing now. Of course physical fencing also you can have if you want, but you can have more smarter fencing by using geofencing technology. Say for example, you have animals or cattle in your farm which crosses the whenever they crosses the boundary, you can get the notification. So like that you can have geofencing technology. Then you can also have weather forecasting and pest control through data analytics. Now you know that there are many departments, many apps which will give the information about weather forecasting, and you can also get information about pest control through data analytics. Data is very, very important to us now. With data, we can see, we can get the trends, we can get the patterns, and through that, we can make predictions, and we can make forecasts, and that will help us to take the better decision. Then, digital marketplaces for fair pricing. Here, you can avoid the uh, problem of middlemen who may charge commission, and the farmers may not get the fair pricing. So the solution for that can be the digital marketplaces. There are many digital marketplaces. There are many mobile apps, there are many platforms which we will go through later, and we can explore. The next is the efficient supply chain management. So you can make supply chain management efficient by introducing a technology called as blockchain. So whenever we speak about blockchain, many people think that it's only about cryptocurrency. No, it's not only about cryptocurrency. There are different protocols. So Bitcoin is one protocol which deals with cryptocurrency, but there is another protocol that's called the Ethereum protocol. So here you can make use of Ethereum protocol to track the transactions. The major advantage of this blockchain technology is that transactions are not reversible. So you can reverse the transaction only with the help of another transaction. So that's how you can get the entire log. So there is no undo operation here. So undo is only with respect to creating another transaction. So that's why you can track everything with the help of blockchain technology, and you can achieve the efficiency in the supply chain management. Then if we see some applications, so one is smart irrigation systems for water conservation, and second one is remote sensing for crop monitoring, then blockchain for traceability in supply chains. Then now we are in the era of AI and machine learning for predictive analytics. Not only about predictive analytics, now we also have something called as large language models, and you can have your own customized GPT. You can have customized chat GPT for your data. It's possible. So maybe at the end of the talk, I can show you how you can get analytics for your data using some of the AI tools. Now, when we say ICT in agriculture, there are many devices which are used. So it may be a simple telephone where you can work with interactive voice response. Now, this is very important because at many places we cannot reach with the internet, or we cannot reach with the mobile phone. So in that case, you have to have a system where you can reach farmers with interactive voice response system. So it may be just dialing some number, maybe a customer care number or a farmer helpline number, and just selecting few options and numbers, farmers should be able to get the response on their phone. So you need not have to have internet here, and we need to focus on such applications where farmers can get the information without internet. That is important, and it is possible now. The next is computers and websites. So here there are two types of applications. One is websites can be used as information providers. So you can provide information about different aspects of farming, and you can also create a marketplace. You can also create a e-commerce website specifically for farmers using computers and websites. Then next is broadcasting. Now there are lots of changes with respect to broadcasting technologies. Now farmers can create their own communities using free tools such as WhatsApp, Telegram, and other community tools. Earlier it was some forums, but they were not reachable. But because of advancements in the technology, people can use, or farmers can use simple technology like WhatsApp, and they can create their own community and share the information. The next is satellite. So through satellite, farmers can get the information about the weather forecast, and they can also have some applications where applications related to remote sensing. Then next is the mobile device. So here there are many mobile applications devised by or developed by private companies and even government organizations like ICAR. They are providing lots and lots of information. There is an app called as Kisan 2.0, which provides the aggregation of almost 300 applications, and they have been categorized into different types. For example, there is a app category called as veterinary apps. There's an app category called as agriculture engineering. There's an app category called as education. So you can select any specific category and you can get the list of all the applications under that category. And you can download the specific application, install it on your mobile phone, and start accessing. But the problem with this is that some of the applications are not available on Google Play Store, but they can be directly downloaded from the ICR website. So APK link is available. So most of these are Android applications and not iOS applications. So almost you can consider 99% of them are Android applications. Then next is internet and broadband. So with the advancements and with the revolution in 4G, 5G technologies, we know that now internet is accessible to much more places, and it helps for knowledge sharing, and people can get the information on their phone, and they can create a e-community. They can go for banking and other stuffs online. The next is the sensor networks. So it is not a single network. They need a multiple networks, and all these sensors have to work in coordination, because all these sensors have specific tasks. For example, temperature sensor may just get you the temperature information. Soil quality sensor may just give you the so, information about the soil quality, and moisture sensor may just give the information about the moisture. So all these sensors have to be connected to the single platform. Maybe it may be a cloud, and all the sensors are continuously collecting the data and sending the information to the cloud platform, where all the collected information will be analyzed, and based on the collected information, action can be initiated. So this sensor data will help the farmers to make better decision. Of course, they need not have to understand what kind of data is being collected. That's the job of developers. So they have to make the application as simple as possible. So application will give the recommendation that based on the collected data, so and so decision can be taken. The next is the data storage and analytics. So here it is required for precision agriculture and actionable knowledge. So this is the next step of, or you can say this is the continuation of the previous step, where we are collecting the data from sensors and various other devices, and we analyze the data, we process the data, we clean unwanted data, and finally we apply some machine learning algorithms, and we do classification, clustering of the information, and then take the decision. Okay, so now when we see again ICT here, there are different areas where uh, ICT can be used, and your applications can be classified into different domains here. Now we can consider some of the applications here from this slide. Okay, so one is big data at different scales from field and farm to global. Now, what happens in big data is that you are collecting the information about the entire region, not only specific to certain farm, right? So when you collect the information about a region, that becomes a huge data. It may also include images, it may also include text data, it may also include GPS information, and so on. So here, collectively, the decision has to be taken, and this data will help the government organizations to frame the policies. So according to the policies, they may suggest that okay, for this region, this crop may be better, or for this region, you may have to follow the mentioned process. So in that way, it will help you to use this technology. Again, individual farmer need not have to use it. So it will be used at a much larger scale. Then next is traceability systems using low cost RFIDs, NFCs, that is near field communication tags, and other new technologies. And I think in the previous talk, the research person might have discussed something related to this. So you can track your animals, you can track the cow, you can track all other animals which are used in the farming process using these tags. So so that is also related to variable computing, so where you can put these variable devices on animals to track them. The next is visualization and integrated display. So we are collecting all the data, analyzing it, and at the end we are going to visualize it. So visualization is very important for the analysis purpose, where you can see the trends, you can see the patterns to take the decisions. Then similarly, you have weed and pest management through integrated systems. So you can have some simulators. There are some calculators available online, which have been provided by the government. You can install those apps, and you can do some calculation and decide. Then you have different sensors such as humidity, then ambient sensors, environment sensors, then soil nutrient sensors. So this these sensors are very important, where you can collect the information about the field to analyze the field and decide which crop is suitable and what is the action to be taken. Then similarly, you have now drones and low cost satellites and macro satellites. So you know that drones are used nowadays in case of agriculture for spraying the what you can say. Okay, so these are some of the applications. So benefits of IT in agriculture is that it helps you to increase the productivity and efficiency. It helps you to reduce the environmental impact because you can now control how much water to put in the field, and you can also have less impact on the carbon footprint. Better decision making for farmers because now you have data. So for better decision making you need data, you need information. So earlier or without information technology, data will be missing, and that will be a problem to make better decisions. Then now we have enhanced market access and profitability because you can avoid the middlemen, and you can have direct access to the market. So some challenges. So depending on the application, depending on the IT adoption, it may involve high initial investment costs, because if you are going for drone, if you are going for putting the sensors in the field, so it may have high initial investment because you really need good quality equipment and good quality sensors. If you put low quality sensors, then that may not be of any use, because the durability is very important and also the reliability of the data is important. So it may involve high initial investment costs and lack of digital literacy among farmers. So many people still they may not have access to smartphones. They may be in some remote areas where they may not be getting the mobile network or internet access. So in that case you may have to provide applications or a way where they can get the information without internet. So one use case we have already discussed, that is using IVR. And one more important thing here is you may have to provide the information in their mother tongue. So providing information always in English may not be helpful, so you have to provide the information in Indian languages, in Indian context. For example, in Kannada English, in Kannada Hindi and Marathi and other languages. And third one, as we have discussed, there will be connectivity issues in rural areas. So that's why we have to focus on providing these solutions without internet. And that may be addressed, I think, now, because we are now getting satellite based internet soon in India. Then solutions are government subsidies and support. Then training programs for farmers is required to create the awareness. They may not be aware that there is such and such an application exists. So government needs to, or even private bodies or NGOs need to conduct training programs to create the awareness about the usage of IT applications. Then also there's a need to develop infrastructure in rural areas for getting the better connectivity. Now, if we see the future trends in IT and agriculture, so now we see that there are applications of drones for aerial monitoring and spraying. Then we might have seen some reels where robots have been planted in the farms for planting and harvesting. Okay, that may not be, that may be just a reel, but it may be possible in future. Then expansion of agri-tech startups. There are many agri-tech based incubators that focus on these agri-tech startups. Now, if you are having any idea related to agri-tech startup, right now, Government of Karnataka's Elevate applications are open, and the dates have been extended till December 5th, and I think they will not extend the dates again because that's already an extended deadline. So if you are interested, you can go to Startup Karnataka website and visit Elevate 2024 page to get the information. Then we need to also integrate the renewable energy in smart farming, because everywhere providing the traditional power supply is challenging. So that's why we need to integrate renewable energy in smart farming. Now we can see some use cases with respect to some of the applications here. Now, when we consider precision agriculture, the use case can be monitoring the soil health, monitoring the crop conditions, and resource utilization using IoT and geographic information systems. There are tools, there are simulators which you can use to create these applications. So I'm speaking from the point of view of developers and application providers. Here, there are many open source tools. You can also write a Python code and use tool called as ArcGIS to create the application. Now, the example was John Deere developed a connected tractors with IoT-enabled devices to map soil moisture and optimize seed placement. Then the impact was reduced input costs, so they could reduce the cost of fertilizers and water, and it helped in improving the yields through data-driven approaches, data-driven decisions. Okay. Now in India, again it helped. There's a project of IIT Kanpur that's called as Akash Ganga project, so that integrates GIS and remote sensing to provide site-specific solutions for crop management, and it helped in increasing the productivity in Uttar Pradesh and reduced environmental impact. Then, in case of weather forecasting, the use case is delivering hyper-local weather updates to farmers. And the example was, there's a tool called as IBM's the Weather Company, so that collaborates with agribusinesses to provide customized weather data to farmers. So because of that, they can make informed decisions. So the impact is farmers can plan sowing and irrigation schedules effectively, so avoiding losses due to unexpected rain or drought. So now here in the case of India, you can rely on the data provided by Indian Meteorological Department, and it partners with platforms like SkyMet, which delivers weather forecast via SMS in local languages. So this is very, very important because everyone may not understand English. So that's why it has already been taken care where they are providing the information in local languages. So it helped farmers plan sowing and harvesting, particularly in Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, reducing the weather related losses. The next is the pest and disease management. So the use case is early identification and prevention of crop diseases. So there's an app called as Plantix, which allows farmers to upload photos of the affected crops for AI-based decision diagnosis. And farmers in India reported up to 20% reduction in the crop losses using this app. Not only this, there are many researchers in India, there are many researchers in Belgium at who are using AI-based techniques to identify and prevent the crop diseases. Maybe related to fruits, maybe related to leaves of different plants. So they are working on it. So again, the impact was, it was widely used in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, reducing the crop losses. by early detection of pests like pink bollworm in cotton. Then digital marketplaces. So it's a marketplace where it connects the farmers directly with buyers to ensure fair prices. Of course, there may be a platform fee, but some platforms are provided by government. Now there's something called as ENAM, that is National Agricultural Market in India. So that facilitates trading commodities, connecting farmers to a national network. So it increased the market access and higher profits for over 13 million farmers. So especially it helped the farmers of Haryana and Rajasthan. Then financial inclusion. So providing loans, subsidies, insurance through mobile platforms. So there is a platform called as the M-Pesa in Kenya. So that enables farmers to access microloans and pay for agricultural inputs via mobile banking. So it empowered smallholder farmers with financial independence and increasing productivity. So similar apps are there in India also. So there is something called as PM Kisan scheme that uses ICT to transfer income support of rupees 6,000 per year directly to farmers' bank accounts. So it ensured timely financial assistance to small and marginal farmers in states like Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Now, for financial inclusion, one of the protocol or one of the technology you can use here is the blockchain, because is tracking of the information, and you can also avoid frauds using the blockchain technology. Then smart irrigation systems. So here you can make use of IoT enabled irrigation systems that regulate water supply. So here we are going to make use of different types of sensors that collect the information about the field, and based on the collected information it can regulate the water supply to the field. So you can use it in maybe drip irrigation system. So there is a company called as Netafim, so that uses IoT based drip irrigation systems to save water and increase the crop efficiency. So impact is 30% water savings in drought prone areas was achieved. Now in case of India, we have something called as Krishi IoT by Winfinet Technologies. So that provides IoT based irrigation solutions in Karnataka. So it helped farmers save water by up to 30% and improved crop yields in arid regions. Now, why in Karnataka? Karnataka is also a dry region, is one of the dry regions in India. So you have to implement such applications, such solutions, or such systems in Karnataka to save the water. Then supply chain and logistics. So here tracking produce from farm to fork for the quality and transparency. So here there's something called as provenance is used in blockchain to ensure the traceability. So especially blockchain was used in cocoa supply chain in Ghana. So it improved the consumer trust and reduced the supply chain inefficiencies. So in India, we have something called as Ninja Cart. That's an agri-tech startup that connects farmers directly with retailers using ICT for supply chain optimization. So it reduced the wastage by 25% and increased the farmer profits in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. So for supply chain and logistics management, blockchain technology is used here because traceability becomes extremely simple and traceability becomes transparent. That is the one of the major advantages of using blockchain. In agricultural knowledge sharing, so if you consider the use case here, disseminating the best practices and updates through mobile platforms. So there is a NGO called as Digital Green, which is India based, and it has helped farmers in India, also in other countries, especially in African countries, and they are sharing instructional videos with farmers and also through mobile applications, and they have helped them in adopting these sustainable practices. So it has helped over more than 6.9 million farmers globally. And interestingly, out of 6.9 million farmers, 48% are women. So in India, it has helped over 1.5 million farmers across states like Odisha and Jharkhand, improving the farming techniques and yields. So disseminating knowledge is also very, very important. So it's not only about adopting the tools. So everyone may not be the farmer, but since we are working in the field, we can just pass on the information to the farmer or to the person who is working in the field that there is such and such an application exists and you can use it and it may be helpful to you. Then remote sensing and drones. So here drone assisted aerial monitoring for crop health and irrigation. There are many agricultural applications with respect to drones. There are drones which are specifically designed for agricultural applications. You can use them. You need not have to buy it. There are many companies which will provide you on rent. They also provide the service. You can just contact them and they will provide their services. So SkyMet Weather Services, it uses drones for crop insurance assessments and monitoring, and it's not just only for spraying. So it may be also used for crop insurance assessment. So reduced assessment time, and it provides accurate insights into crop conditions. So again, we have ICRI SATs that uses drones for mapping crop stress and monitoring moisture levels in Telangana. So it reduces operational costs and improve decision making for smallholder farmers. Then farmer training and education. So there are many e-learning and e-learning websites and mobile applications for farmer skill development. For example, there's an app called as Agri app, so that provides training to modern farming techniques and also the market insights. So with that information, farmers can achieve the improved yields in remote areas through accessible digital learning. So in India, we have something called as Krishi Vigyan Kendras. So they use mobile apps and ICT to provide training in sustainable farming techniques. So the enhanced knowledge and productivity among farmers in rural Madhya Pradesh and Assam. So it helped them to gain information about the different aspects of farming. Then next is agricultural insurance. So it is simplified crop insurance processes with satellite data. So we have already seen even drones can be used, and if you link it with blockchain, there will be increased transparency in the entire system. So here Acre Africa uses satellite imagery to validate weather indexed insurance claims. So the impact is reduced fraud and ensured timely payouts to the farmers. So we have something called as Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, so that uses remote sensing and satellite data to assess crop damage and process claims. So it has provided timely payouts and reduced frauds in states like Maharashtra and Gujarat. Then data driven policy making. So for data driven policy making, we have to make use of technology such as big data, because here you may have to assess the data collected in the entire region, not only with respect to certain fields or farms. So that is used for effective agricultural planning. So we have Indian Council of Agricultural Research that uses analytics to forecast crop yields and guide policy making. So the impact is tailored government policies to regional agricultural needs and improving the food security. So it has already helped improving the food security and efficient resource allocation in states like Punjab and Haryana. So we have some mobile applications. I'm going to walk you through some of the applications and some websites where you can get the glimpse of what kinds of applications are available and you can pass on the information. Now there is an application called Kisan 2.0, as I have mentioned earlier. You can install it on your Android phone. Note here that this is not an application that provides information, it is just an aggregator. So that means it has links to 300 apps. So they have just organized different applications that are required for various aspects of agriculture. Some applications may work, some applications may not work, some applications they don't just simply exist. So if we go to the websites here, yeah, so you can go to this website. So I'm going to share the link in the meet. Okay, so this is the link here, um, which is for mobile app gallery. So that is agricultural knowledge resources and information system hub for innovations. And you can select the category here. For example, if you select agricultural education, so these are the applications available here. So if I click on more details, you can see the description. This is National Agricultural Research and Education System blended learning platform. So paving the path to the future of higher agricultural education with NARES BLP, which integrates computer-assisted online learning with face-to-face classroom teaching. So this is the application here. Now you may find it in Google Play Store. You may not find it in Google Play Store. Say for example, if I click on this link, okay, so you have this link, you can install it. If it works, fine. If it doesn't work, then you can just scroll down here and you can find the link to APK here. So APK is Android application and you can directly download this application and install. So on recent mobile phones, it may work, it may not work. So for that, you may have to check this information. App created and app last updated. So it's updated on January 4th, 2024. So it may work. So some applications you may not find it on Google Play Store. In that case, you can directly download it from this ICR portal. So likewise, you have backyard poultry farming app, you have antimicrobial resistance app. All these are related to education, agricultural education, animal genetics and breeding, artificial intelligence based disease identification system for crops. Then you have Kisan 2.0, as I have mentioned the application. Then you have phytochemical management application, yield data collection application, national image based livestock disease database. Then you have Vista Vid. Then you have AMS application. So likewise, you have many other applications here for every category. So you have KVK app, that is the Krishi Vigyan Kendra app. So if you click here, okay, so again you can maybe install it. So now, as I have told you, it's not available. Some applications are not available on Google Play Store, but you need not have to worry. You can just scroll down and you can download it. The only problem is it's last updated on July 2021. So on some applications, on some mobile phones, it may not work. So you also have feed guide, which is a multilingual application for scientific feeding for dairy animals. So likewise, if we select the next category, that is agricultural engineering, you can see here you have information about horticultural Krishi machinery and other applications here. You have Krishi Yantra Mitra, you have farm safety application, you have nano cotton application, you have training monitoring app. So likewise, if we see animal science, so there is application called the Equicare. It's all in one companion. Then we have IVRS swine Shriya. Then we have goat Shriya. Then we have dairy Shriya. Then we have some other applications like online veterinary clinic, Indian biosafety application. So you can explore this link later and try to find out what kinds of applications are there. So try to find out the application for your use case. So similarly, you have applications related to crop science, fisheries science, horticultural science, natural resource management. So, so there are so many categories here. So you can try to find out the app for your use case. Maybe you can install it if it is available and explore. Then we have one more website here, that is IVRI, that is Indian Veterinary Research Institute. So here also we have some applications. And if we go through the link here, so you can see that there are applications: veterinary clinical care application, pig farming application, vaccination guide application, animal reproduction application, dairy manager application, artificial insemination application, organic livestock farming application, technology and services app. So you have lots of applications created by these government organizations. So I hope I'm audible, because just now power went here and I connected through mobile internet. Okay, can you hear me? Okay. So similarly, you have some applications here on this website, that is Indian Agricultural Research Institute. So I'm sharing the link here. So again, some of them may work, some of them may not work. So you can explore these applications later. So there is also this PDF. Okay, so you can also refer this PDF for some of the applications. So we have just discussed the some of the applications and different categories of applications and use cases, how we can use IT in agriculture. So it basically promotes sustainability and profitability for farmers, and it requires collective efforts to overcome challenges. So yeah. So if you are having any questions, I can take up the questions. So we have one question. Do sensors need service and calibration for usage over a period of time, or replacement of sensors? So it depends. It depends. It may need both. So any other question? Yes, we can take up questions. If you want
Yes.
more technical insights, that we can cover up in the next talk, where I can cover the different packages and softwares where you can use them for your research work. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, madam. Continue, madam.
Yes. Sir, you told about financial inclusion and the apps that you showed. They're very insightful. I just wanted to know, is there any app where which helps in fraud detection, like for farmers and all, when they take loan or they're paying interest or any kind of financial thing, a lot of people try to do frauds with them. So is there any innovation or can be done where a fraud detection alert can come if some fraud is going to happen or
Sure, madam. Actually, what you can do is you can visit a site called as cybercrime.gov.in.
okay.
I'll show you the link here.
Yes, sir.
So it's cybercrime.gov.in. There's a link called as report and check suspect.
Okay.
Okay, and if you go to suspect repository here, you can check the suspects mobile, email, or you can also check website or app, suspect website or app. So if
Okay.
you click here, you can select the type as mobile app. You need
Okay.
not have to know the mobile app name. If you know, you can enter it here.
Okay.
And when I click on search, it shows the list of all fraud apps here, mobile apps, along with the links. Loan fraud, trading, stock. Most of them are loan related, trade related, and finance related.
Okay.
Here, this is the ICICI fraud app. Means the interface looks like ICICI, but it's not the ICICI application.
Hmm.
Similarly, there is a phishing application from it, which looks like IndusInd Bank. Again, loan fraud.
Okay.
Okay, but again, you may not find all the list. So
Hmm.
what you have to do is, whenever you are dealing with such applications, you
Hmm.
have to see whether you are downloading it from the legitimate source. Okay, so don't download it from some unofficial websites. Okay, so I had shown you one way of downloading the applications on these government websites, right? So here, for
Yes,
example, if
sir.
I click here, right, it is not available on Google Play Store, right? But you can directly download the APK. Since ICAR is a government website, you can trust it. But downloading the APK links from any private website is bit risky. So you have to avoid it. And don't download any apps from groups like Telegram or whatever links you get through SMS. So that's how you can make yourself safe.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. So there is one question. You said technology is revolutionizing agriculture. Could you explain little bit more? So the thing here is, it depends on up to what level you want to adapt technology. So you can directly employ robots to do the agriculture. So that can be revolutionizing if you consider now. But need not be. The simplest example can be, we have now chat GPT. So you can have your own GPT kind of a thing, and where you can upload the documents and get the whatever information you want. For example, there is a tool called as Notebook LM. You can go to Notebook LM. I don't know where I have, whether I have it here, but let me search. So I'll show you one example. So I'll search for Notebook LM. So this is a Google tool. So it allows you to upload your own documents. You can have your own repository and start asking questions related to the documents you have uploaded. So in this way, it works only for specific documents or specific URLs. Okay, it's taking some time to load. Okay, so we can create a new document, and you can see here upload sources. So you can upload all the documents related to your research or related to your field, right, or related to your farm or whatever. So upload all the files. You can also link a Google Drive, and you can also provide a website URL. So maybe I'll take the URL from the Wikipedia. Okay, so I'll take this document, and you can see here on left side you can see all your sources, right? So right now I have uploaded only one document. Okay, so once it is uploaded, you can generate the data. Yes, so you can generate the FAQs, you can just generate a table of content, you can just generate briefing the document, or you can just generate the summary. So it's possible. You can also do the same thing with chat GPT also. So in this way you can get only information here. So how it can be revolutionizing is, you have a very large book or you have multiple books where the aggregate of the number of pages will be thousands of books, and you want to extract the specific information, you can use that here. So that's how you can consider that technology can be revolutionizing. So is there any app helpful in marketing? So you may have to go for government marketplaces to upload your information, or upload the information about your product. But I have no idea specific to agricultural marketing regarding the applications. Are apps platform neutral? So they are specific to Android. Most of the applications you are,
Then,
they are all Android. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, participant, anybody wanted to ask a question, you can please unmute yourself and you can ask. So I think you can continue with that previous chat box
Yeah,
question. Are apps
yeah,
platform neutral?
yeah. So these applications are not platform neutral. Either they are web-based applications or they are Android applications. Since they are developed by the community, so do we have to rely on cloud? It depends on the application, sir. If you go for IoT, then yes, because in IoT, cloud is one of the important aspects. Sensors have to collect the data and they have to send it somewhere. So in that case, it has to be on cloud. But for many of the applications, you don't need cloud. If you are just accessing a website, it's fine. Is there any app for rain forecasting? Uh, Frankly speaking, I have no idea. But what we know is we have applications for weather forecasting, and you can explore the repositories links which I have shared. So you may find one there, or you may have to visit the website of IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, and you may find the link there.
So there was one question previously put into the chat box by Mr. Vinayak Kulkarni. He says, do sensors need service and calibration for usage over a period of time or replacement of sensors?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have already addressed that
Oh,
question.
okay.
Okay, but still I'll answer it once again. It may need both. It depends.
Mm-hmm.
So you may have to calibrate it at the beginning. You may have to provide periodic servicing, and over a period of time, once its lifetime is over, you may have to replace it.
Yeah, participants, and any questions? You could just unmute yourself and you can ask the questions, or kindly place your questions in the chat box. So we have one more question by Mr. Vinayak Kulkarni. What are the major challenges faced by farmers in adopting ICT tools?
Yeah, I think I have already addressed the issue in the slides. We'll share the slides, and you can just go through the slides. So but still, if I have to answer, there are infrastructure issues, education related issues. We cannot provide them information all the time in English. We may have to provide the information in the local languages. All the applications may not provide information in local languages, and the connectivity issue. So we have to provide solutions which are not internet based. Okay, so which uses mobile network. For example, without internet also those applications should work if you want to reach the remotest area. So these are the challenges. Right now, not all applications are like that. So even though there are some mobile applications, you may have to provide IVR based applications. So even though internet is not reachable, but at least mobile network is reachable. Yeah, any other question?
Yes, participants, and any more questions from your side?
Yeah, Gajendra, it was really nice. There's a few questions over there.
Yes, sir.
Latest
What?
one.
Yes, sir.
What are the prospects of various apps aggregating farmers on one side and input supplier on other sides?
Yes, there are some efforts from the government. There are already the digital marketplaces, and if you would like to create a startup, you can think of it and you can create the marketplace, because there is no universal marketplace, and you can create on your own. You can create it. It's possible. So next question is, how would you engage farmers who are especially not educated to get acquainted with ICT tools? So there are many NGOs working. There are many government programs, right? So they are conducting the training programs. It is only through training programs and awareness you can make them educated, and you can make sure that they adopt ICT tools. Any warehouse repository application. So frankly speaking, I have no idea. Maybe you can explore the applications repository which I have shared. If there is one, you can explore. So next question is, how can big data analytics and AI be used to predict crop diseases?
Yes, yes, that's the last question. We are looking at it.
Yes. What types of agricultural data are most beneficial to farmers, and how can they access it? So first part is, it's not about big data, it's only about data analytics. So if you want to make use of big data analytics, here you may have to analyze the data of an entire region, not specific to farms. Then it may help the government in policy making, and then they can take a call regarding how to handle or how to predict crop disease in an entire region. What types of agricultural data are most beneficial to farmers? It depends. It depends on what the farmer is doing. It depends on crop. So there are lots of information, right? For one of the information or one of the data can be weather data, weather forecasting data. Second one is crop data. Then third one is the data available for that region. For example, what is the suitable crop? So there is no limit. So it depends. It changes. Any live track of commodity movement. Yeah, you can go for logistics management applications here. So last question I think we can take up is, how is AI used to integrate the agricultural data? See, first thing is you need data. So once you get the data, you can apply AI algorithms. Maybe you can apply neural networks, you can apply clustering, you can apply k nearest neighbor, you can apply other algorithms to make predictions. So one example I have already shown, Notebook LM, where we have uploaded the resources and it works only on the resources. So you need AI to analyze the information you have uploaded and give you only what you wanted. I hope I have answered this question.
Yes, sir. I think we have got sufficient inputs in this regard. It was really nice interacting and looking at how the tools are getting dominated in agri sector over there. Uh, the way in which the technology is getting involved into agriculture, it is amazing to see in the country like India. Okay, just to share a brief over there, because I'm also a farmer at one end and heavy into farming. We have been now like my farmer who is completely illiterate, but he knows the apps much better. That is how the technology has imparted. We are looking at something called as smartphone, and smartphone is something which has been used by people how to look at it, but they know it so well, and they can take the pictures, they can put it into it, they can interact with the vendors over there, how the crop looks. Okay, they put it on a WhatsApp. Now I look at a WhatsApp for even an agriculture over there. WhatsApp also is a good tool. They can talk to a lot of people, like they can talk to somebody who's going to give the pesticide or somebody as to how to look at it. He takes the photos and put it through WhatsApp, and he suggests as to how to go about. Now this is also the advent of technology, what Gajendra sir was trying to put across. Okay, just shared a thought over there, and I think we are going to go a long way. It's going to be something which is going to be there. Okay, uh, I really thank Professor Gajendra to being a part of it, and trying to share with us all the data, trying to share with the things. Okay, we'll be sharing with you quickly a feedback form, which is again mandatory over there, and we'll be taking it to the next level over there. Okay, if there's anything, my colleague, okay, Ajay would be giving you the inputs if there's anything. Okay. Thanks to all being there. Remember, your feedback form is important for us. Your attendance would be marked based on this.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Gajendra, it was really nice to listen to you and understand as to how technology is changing the agri sector over there. And very soon we'll be listening to you again to understand from the agri tech sector. Thanks for today, and thanks all over there. Okay. I request my colleague Ajay to speak few words.
So thank you so much, sir, Gajendra sir, for giving a lot of practical sessions, insights apart from the PowerPoint and other knowledge. I think it was a wonderful session, hovering through the krishi.icr.gov and the various applications that are available. I think many of us, we really learned a new skill today, and being more prudent into the latest things that are happening in the industry and the cyber and many other things that you shared today, especially the cyber.gov.in, and how practically even an individual can just go and check the different types of frauds and other things that are happening across. I think it was a very wonderful session, sir. So thank you so much for being with us, and I hope even the participants have got a lot of insights from your session today, sir. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Uh, I thank all the participants, and this wraps up to the end of session 2, that is on day 1. The feedback form for the second session has been shared into the chat box. I have also shared it into the WhatsApp group. So kindly spare some time to give your feedback form so that your attendance can be taken into picture. We move ahead for the second day's excitement session starting tomorrow at 6 p.m. same time, by a resource person, Dr. Ramappa, on the topic that is Agritech's contribution, SDG's contribution to Agritech, followed by one more wonderful session by Dr. Shiv Shankar on agriculture practices and SDG. So thank you once again, and we end up for today's session, and hope to see you tomorrow for yet another one more day of excitement of learning and sharing with you. Thank you so much.